Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time that you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button. I would be very thankful. Best friend, we gotta talk about Miss Britney Spears. Now, you guys know that Britney Spears, I love her with all of my heart. You guys know how I feel about her. I always, I always make sure to try, and especially after everything we found out with the court, with her book, with everything, it really did open all of our eyes a lot on Britney. And her Instagram is always a topic of conversation, and I always get sent all of her posts by a lot of you guys, which I'm very thankful for. And you all kind of have one thing in common. You want me to tell you what she means or what she's talking about, or to decipher her captions. And I will tell you something, best friend, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of captions that I just quite don't understand. And, there's some that make sense when you read them, a couple times. But Britney is very codey, she's very about codes, about, she'll sprinkle a little bit here, she'll sprinkle a little bit there. And that's just her way of doing it. You know what I mean? It's like her way of teasing us with certain information. There is a couple that did spark up some conversation, and it's her post from yesterday where she's dancing in a red dress. I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna read to you guys what the post said. So it says, "Crazy that my body looks a little nicer and smoother when I can have a spa day in my own home with glam, hair, and makeup. And unlike yesterday in my car, I was pulled over by a cop that had me in the car for an hour and a half before I left. After I danced my body for an hour with my new workout on this cool app program, I realized my breathing wasn't right. It's crazy because although bullying is at a high point in the world today, for some reason he came over and apologized after threatening me for doing absolutely nothing wrong at all. I'm sure I gave so many people a thrill to see Miss Britney look a mess and scared. I apologize for not posting the way I usually post this week. It's downright hateful here. Off to Mexico, I send my love." So she got pulled over by a cop car, right? By a cop. And he held her there for an hour and a half. And then she explains that he went over to her house and apologized. Listen, I will tell, it's like the Da Vinci Code with Britney. I will always say that there's always something very interesting in her captions. And if they don't make sense the first time, just read them a little bit before, but take a screenshot, because Miss Britney, my girl, loves to delete her captions. I would tell you one thing, let's read the other one and then we can talk about it. So then she posted this video right here of her dancing, of course, in her living room. I call it the living room residency. And she wrote and said, "A month and a half ago, remember Christmas? I just wanted to show the lace up behind my boots. They are so freaking adorable. It's not even funny. I got them in 2 colors too. I didn't like my tree last year, not sure why, but I do like my boots. Oh, and that's me singing too. I used to be a singer when I was younger." And the song is The Hookup by Britney Spears from the In the Zone album. I believe it was track 8. I want to say it was probably track 8 because 9 was Touch of My Hand. So I think it was track 8. Listen, best friend, there is some. Okay, so ever since this whole Wendy Williams dementia thing came out, her diagnosis, which is very sad, there was talk about Britney because if you guys remember, that is what her father said she had when the conservatorship first started. So, allegedly my opinion, but so a lot of fans are talking about Britney and dementia, and is she saying that she used to be a singer because it's cool, or is she forgetting things? I just have to say one thing, right? With Britney, there is no doubt in my mind that Britney Spears knows exactly what she is doing and how she is doing it. Britney Spears did not have dementia. Britney Spears was placed in this conservatorship, in my opinion, for everything other than something positive. For me, in my opinion, I believe that it was all cruelty, okay? So when she says I used to be a singer or this and that, I think it's because she's made it perfectly clear that she wants nothing to do with this industry. Now, with her captions, best friend, it is like the Da Vinci Code. And I came to the realization when people started sending me, her posts and saying like, Sebastian, what does this mean? I learned to think about it and say, you know what, maybe we're just not meant to know what it means. Maybe we're not. Maybe we are just not meant to know what it means. Maybe we are just meant to kind of, hey, just let her express herself. She wasn't allowed to express herself for so many years, even before the conservatorship. So I'm just like, girl, listen, at this point in time, Britney Spears is dancing. Britney Spears is, doing her healing and her therapy in her living room. And I just feel like, look, that's it. We're not doctors that treated her. We're not in her inner circle. We don't know her. So we really don't know exactly what's going on. All we can do, if we are true fans, is say a little prayer for her and just wish her well. And if someone is being mean, try and defend her, because you know what? There is not a lot of grace out there for Britney. There's not a lot of love for Britney, if I'm being very honest. Her fans love her, yes, but the general public will do anything to destroy Britney's name and put it throw it in the mud. And if I can, as much as I can, I will always defend Britney, and I will always, do my very best to try and help people see this from another point of view. Listen, I've said this many times. I wish she wouldn't do Instagram. I really do, because I don't want her to give these nasty people what they think is like material. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I wish that she was not on social media. But I also understand that this is a wonderful way for her to express herself, for her to, to heal in dancing, and to also kind of let out that, entertaining energy that she has, because she's a natural born entertainer. And for those fans out there who always say, I'm so sad to see Britney like this. She used to be this way, now she's this way. Listen, do I wish that none of this would have happened and Britney Spears would still be performing? Absolutely. I wish that none of this stupid bullshit would have ever happened. Not for the performing part, but just for her to have been able to live a normal life, whether it's performing or not. But of course, as a fan, my first wish is that Britney would have had a beautiful life with her children and done whatever she wants and still be on stage and, be on tour. And, she's only 41 years old, 42 years old. So, she has so much to give, so much to do. But, this is the reality. And when people you love go through things and they're trying to rebuild, you got to be there for them. And even though we don't know Britney personally, we love her, and we've loved her, and she's been a part of our lives, and we are going to support her while she rebuilds herself. So that's what I got to say about that, best friend. So for everyone saying her Instagram is erratic and stuff, hey, you know what? Maybe in your eyes it is, but in my eyes, Britney I will forever hold Britney to a very high standard, and I will forever be her lawyer, defending her through thick and thin. So anyways, best friend, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope that you guys have the most incredible Saturday. I hope that you had a beautiful week. And if you didn't, best friend, you know what? There's always next week. So don't get stressed. Don't be so hard on yourself, and just kind of let it out, okay? I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.